Clark Kent wakes up in Metropolis before sunrise, the weight of the world quietly settling onto his shoulders. Lois watches him from the kitchen, knowing he barely sleeps anymore. As Superman, he saved a world that now expects miracles daily. But as Clark, he still struggles with the identity he hides behind glasses. Whispers of alien fear continue in the streets despite all he's done. He smiles at Lois, promising a quiet day together. Deep down, they both know peace is temporary. At the Daily Planet, Perry pushes the team for stronger headlines. Clark tries to blend in, typing articles with careful restraint, wishing he could live more simply. Lois teases him about his slow reporting speed, masking her concern with humor. Rumors swirl of a secret government project targeting non-human threats. Clark senses tension far beyond journalism. His instincts stir, hinting trouble close to home. The world he protects is preparing to defend itself from him. News breaks of a mysterious meteor crash outside Metropolis. Clark hears the panic screams before the city does. Quietly slipping away, he transforms mid-air, boots cutting through clouds. Emergency responders scatter as strange crystalline debris pulses with energy. Superman lands, protective, curious, uneasy. Within the glowing wreckage lies a figure struggling to breathe, another Kryptonian. The survivor whispers Krypton's ancient language, fragile and terrified. Superman lifts him carefully, seeing memories reflected in his eyes. A shattered planet, a desperate escape. The world watches in fear, cameras recording. The stranger begs for help, calling Clark Kal-El, with reverence and desperation. Lois arrives on scene, witnessing the emotional shock on Clark's face. Hope and panic collide in the air like thunderclouds. Government forces surround the crash site, weapons drawn. Superman shields the newcomer instinctively. Soldiers hesitate, but fear wins over trust. A tense standoff forms, and Clark orders them to stand down, voice shaking with moral conviction. For once, he isn't fighting monsters, but fear-driven men. Lois broadcasts the scene live, exposing truth over propaganda. Peace barely holds, fragile as glass in shaking hands. The Kryptonian, calling himself Zod, explains he fled a war-torn remnant colony that fell under brutal rule. He believed Kal-El would protect him, having heard legends of Earth's savior. Clark tries to comfort him, but guilt gnaws. He couldn't save Krypton, and now remnants chase this haunted refugee. Zod trembles like someone who has seen too much death. Superman sees what he could have become if raised in pain instead of love. At home, Clark confides in Lois fear, hope, and the responsibility of being the last son of Krypton. No longer last. Lois encourages him gently, reminding him his heart defines him more than heritage. Clark holds her hand, grounding himself. The world outside whispers louder now. Headlines debate, alien arrival threat. Lois vows they'll face it together. But their quiet moment is brief. Destiny knocks again. Zod, trying to adapt, walks among humans with Clark. People stare, some in awe, others in hatred. Children smile, adults whisper. A man shouts slurs about alien invaders. Zod flinches, fists clenched. Clark teaches him restraint through kindness, not force. This world's trust is fragile, he explains. Zod listens, aching to belong. Government officials summon Superman privately. In a cold metallic room, they demand access to Zod for security containment. Clark refuses, anger simmering behind calm eyes. They accuse him of disloyalty to Earth. He answers simply, "I am loyal to humanity, not fear." Surveillance systems tighten, trust fractures. Clark leaves knowing today, the cape felt heavier. Meanwhile, a powerful signal activates in deep space. Someone has traced the Kryptonian escape pod. The transmission crackles with a ruthless voice. General Zod lives. His fleet turns toward Earth, vengeance burning like a red sun. Zod speaks of conquest, redemption, and punishing Kal-El for rejecting Krypton's destiny. War approaches, silent and merciless. Clark senses the cosmic disturbance. Nightmares return. Krypton exploding, screams echoing across stars. Lois comforts him, reminding him vulnerability doesn't make him weak. Clark grips his father's holographic crystal, searching for answers Jor-El can no longer give. "How do I save a world that fears me?" he whispers. No answer comes, just silence heavy with expectation. Zor-El struggles with belonging. He sees protests rise against Kryptonians, xenophobia spreading like fire. A fearful crowd corners him. Police point weapons. Superman arrives, shielding him again. Clark tries to reason, but doubt invades the hearts of many. Zor-El sees humanity's flaws, yet also a child offering him a flower. That small kindness saves his hope from shattering. Lois digs deeper into the government program and uncovers dark intent. Experimental weapons designed specifically to kill Kryptonians. She confronts politicians publicly, fierce and fearless. "Fear cannot be policy," she declares on broadcast. Clark watches proudly. Humanity may tremble, but champions like Lois remind him they are worth fighting for. Truth becomes their shared weapon. The sky tears open with thunder as Zod's ships descend. Panic erupts worldwide. News outlets scream warnings. Armies mobilize. Superman rises above Metropolis, jaw tight, eyes determined. Zor-El trembles but stands beside him. He refuses to run again. Lois whispers into Clark's comm device, "No matter what happens, you don't fight alone." Hope steadies him like the sun. Zod emerges in armor, regal and merciless. He speaks to the world, offering Kryptonian leadership or annihilation. Clark rejects him sternly. Earth chooses its own fate. Zod mocks Clark's compassion, calling humanity weak. Zor-El steps forward, begging Zod to stop. Zod calls him a traitor and promises to purify the Kryptonian lineage. The battle begins with the fury of dying stars. Metropolis becomes a war zone. Buildings tremble, skies crack with heat vision. Clark fights relentlessly, saving civilians between blows. Zor-El discovers his strength through protecting innocent lives. The military unexpectedly joins Superman against Zod, choosing Earth over fear. Humans and Kryptonians fight side by side. Fragile unity forged in fire. Lois broadcasts hope amid chaos. Zod unleashes a gravity weapon to reshape Earth into Krypton reborn. The ground quakes, oceans churn. Clark struggles to contain its power. He hears every scream at once, and refuses to let humanity suffer for Krypton's sins. Zor-El sacrifices himself to destroy the device, saving the planet. Clark holds him as he fades, heart-breaking. "You taught me what it means to be Kryptonian," Zor-El whispers. Superman confronts Zod in a final brutal duel. Their fists crack mountains, their screams shake clouds. Clark fights not out of rage but love, for humanity, for choice, for hope. Zod grows desperate, blinded by ideology. Clark refuses to kill him, instead imprisoning him in a Phantom Zone rift using Kryptonian relics. Mercy becomes his greatest victory. The dust settles. Metropolis lies wounded yet standing. Clark helps rebuild brick by brick, side by side with firefighters, citizens, children. Lois writes the headline not of terror, but resilience. Humanity and hope choose each other. People begin to cheer Superman again, not as a god, but as one of them. Trust regrows slowly, like dawn after a storm. A memorial is built for Zor-El, a symbol of change, sacrifice, and unity. Clark stands there quietly, cape still, wind gentle like morning breath. Lois holds his hand, whispering how proud she is. The world leaves flowers and notes of gratitude.